Hello everybody, it's Matthew Street and welcome to my channel, and I have a good one for you today, folks. You are gonna dig this one big time. In 1983, a young trio power pop band out of the Dallas, Texas area, two of them barely in their 20s, twin brothers, one of them still a teenager, 19 years old, released one of the greatest power pop albums of the early 80s. But who is this? What's it all about? Well, I can show you that album right here, The Numbers. And the album was 64 to 67 on the Bomp Records subsidiary label called Vox Records. And folks, before we go any further and I continue the story, let's hear a track from it. Here's an instrumental track that's the last song on the album that I just dig, and I think it's a great way to start off this video. It's called Billy. If you like the Ventures, if you like Dick Dale, if you like the Safaris and surf rock, dig this. Whoa, 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 man. Wasn't that hot? I love that track. I wish I could play the whole thing, folks, but, for time and everything. But let's get back to the story. So 2 or 3 years ago, I made a video about the Numbers and their first, and at the time, only album called 64 to 67, The Anthology. Now, it's a fabulous little lost gem of a power pop album. I mean, if you're into the power pop genre, you are going to dig the Numbers 64 to 67. Now, the funny part was on the back of the album, they presented a narrative that they were some lost original 60s band. A very mythical, goofy, fun story. And me, Mr. Gullible, I take it serious thinking they were ahead of their time. They were from the 60s and they're putting out music like this. Oh my goodness, they could be like their peers. They're as good as the Knack. They're as good as the Plimsolls. They're as good as the Go-Go's. They're as good as the Bangles, and on and on and on. All those great 80s power pop bands. But come to find out, they were a great 80s power pop band. The story on the back of the album was just a fun, mythical story, and I loved it. The album is extremely hard to track down, though. So you got to go to eBay, you got to go to Discogs, or one of those places to get it. Now, the members of the band at the time were Terry Tudor, guitar, piano, and vocals, his twin brother Larry Tudor on bass and vocals, and Robert Dill on drums and vocals. Wonderful, wonderful band. Power pop heaven. I mean, I'm going to put the link to my original video below in the description box. Please check it out. But what happened was, after 64 to 67 came out, the band stopped. One and done. One album done. Now, the brothers weren't done. They went on to do some solo projects and material. They also reunited and called themselves the Border Snakes and made 6 independent albums as that band for over the several years. The Border Snakes were basically like electrified Americana. All right? Americana with electric guitars. If you're into that genre, you'd really dig them. I've heard much of their music. But after 40 plus years, wait till you hear the reason why the Numbers reunited Larry and Terry and 2 of their great buddies and reformed the band and recorded the brand new album called Mad Day Out. But first, let's hear another song. This is a great Beatlesque 60s British invasion, but modern in today's song called If I Didn't Have You. Check this out.
sometime. Wake up doing 80, going nowhere in my mind. I would waste a lot of pretty words, but none of them would be true. Yeah, I know just what I'd do if I didn't have you. I would take a lot of trips that only last a couple miles, stumble back from anywhere with nothing but a smile. In between I drink up everything, but none of it would be new. Yeah, I know just what I'd do if I didn't have you.
Come on, British Invasion, Power Pop Bliss right there. What do you say? Man, the whole album's like this, folks. It's just a fabulous, fabulous album. The Numbers, Mad Day Out. Love that Beatle reference. So let's get back to the story. Why did they reform the Numbers after being the Border Snakes for 6 albums and record this brand new album? Well, Terry has been a loyal subscriber and commenter on my channel. Terry Tudor, the Terry Tudor. I've become friendly with him. He said to me, and it blew me away, he said, you know one of the main reasons why we reformed the Numbers and decided to do another power pop album instead of Americana? Why, Terry? Why? Tell me. He said, Matt, because of your overwhelming positive review you did a couple of years ago, it helped to create a cult following for that first album, 64 to 67, a big renewed interest in the band and the album, and therefore we set out, Larry and I, to have a goal to make a brand new album, power pop genre, as the Numbers. I'm like, what? Wow. Little old me? I said, Terry, I'm so humbled and honored. I actually had something to do with getting a power pop band that hasn't been active for 40 plus years back together to make a second album. To now have 2 Numbers albums? I can't believe it. Because they're back with Mad Day Out, brand new album. 13 tracks of pure power pop rock and roll bliss. But before we go any further, let's go to a third track. This is called She Is Everything. And man, this track is everything to me because I love it. Check it out.
I've forgotten all the reasons she said she had to go. I don't remember how she walked away now. Time it moved so slow. And I don't recall any rationale that would make this my idea. Just harbor thoughts and late night haunts and wishing she was here. But every day turns into nighttime, and I think of just one thing. I think of her and she is everything.
Oh, God, I just love this album, and I love that track. Oh, my goodness. I love it. Absolutely love it. Folks, the album is out now, available. I'm going to put the link below where you can get it. Short money. The guys aren't trying to make $1 million on this thing. You can get the CD if you want. You can get the vinyl. You can get it streaming, whatever you want. But please, go support independent artists like this who are putting out great music. A band that hasn't put out an album in 40 years, and they're back with an album that's probably one of the best albums of 2025, or it's going to be on my top 10 list somewhere for sure this year. I guarantee it. And let me tell you a little bit more about the album. You got Terry and Larry, brothers, twin brothers on the album. You also have Greg Kruger. He is on the album. He co-produced the album with Terry. He's on vocals, guitar, bass, and percussion. You also have drummer Voice McGinley. He's there also. He's a big part of this album. And of course, the two brothers. You got Terry Tudor, Larry Tudor, great, great musicians, singers. I'm just so happy. And Bomp Records is putting it out, but it's a subsidiary of Bomp Records called Turnaround Records that's also helping with the release of this. Larry and Terry wrote all the tracks on it, 13 total complete gems of power pop rock. But wait, there's more. Let's hear another track. This one you're going to love. It's called At the Speed of Darkness. And I love this one. Check it out.
Don't anger me. You had your chance. We both paid up in blood for this romance. The danger in this fateful dance, that love would fall, forget it all, circumstance. And at the speed of darkness, by the break of day, we will stop and read.
I'm telling you, folks, you need this album by the numbers. Mad Day Out. I'm telling you, love that Beatle reference. Woo. The guitars on this album, every track, shimmer. The guitars, the 12 strings, shine. Jangle, bliss, you heard it in some of these samples. The 12-string Rickenbacker is there, man, and I love it. You got the Buddy on all these tracks. It's so modern, fresh in 2025, but the influences just come in. You know it's there. They're from Texas. You got that Buddy Holly, Bobby Fuller, Texas vibe. You got the country western power pop on this album. Everly Brothers, Meet the Birds. So smooth and hook-filled, just cool as ice, just so perfect. You got some Buffalo Springfield vibes, 12-string Laurel Canyon, the Birds, melodic. What else can I? Tasty pop candy. All right, I like that term, tasty pop candy. The Beatles, oh yeah, they're all over this album. That 64, 65 era of the Beatles. There's one beautiful Beatlesque ballad on here. I won't give it away because I'm not going to do a sample of that one. You're going to have to get the album. That is wonderful. I love that. You got Upbeat British Invasion meets 2025. Chad and Jeremy talking to Tom Petty, hanging out with the Ventures and Billy J. Kramer in the Dakotas, while the Beach Boys slip in the back door and the Plimsolls are in the basement jamming and the Sponge Tones. But yet, it's pure magic by the numbers. They've taken the influences from their youth and they've put it into something modern, fresh, and new with a little salute, a little nod to the past. Folks, I'm going to leave you with one more great track here. It's one of my favorites on the album. It's got that little California Beach Boys, boyish vibe to it. It's called The Coast is Clear. It's beautiful. I'm going to play that for you as we go out. But I want to say thank you to Terry. Thank you to Larry. Thank you to Voice and to Greg for putting out such a wonderful album. The numbers, Mad Day Out. Love the Beatle reference. It's wonderful, folks. Get it. Links will be below in the description box. I encourage you to check it out because I want you to come back and discuss it with me. Please go listen to it, stream it, whatever. Support the band and tell me what you think of it. I'd really love to know. Okay, folks? Thank you, everybody. Love you all. I'm so excited when I get new music like this and I can share it with the world. Thank you. Thanks again. Love you all. Goodbye.